Hello everyone, I'm back, and as you can see we will be playing some Minecraft. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry I haven't been on lately. School is really hard, especially when you're in your final year. Anyway, what I will be showing you is my little project I'm working on while I'm waiting for a book to come out, or pretty much school to finish. Or movies, you know. I'm pretty much waiting for a lot of things to happen. So let's go into single player so you can see what you will be seeing. And the one we're going to as the top here, Camp Half-Blood. If you are a fan of the Percy Jackson series, you will know of Camp Half-Blood. It sounded like an advertisement there. Pretty much Camp Half-Blood is the main place where you spend some time in, the series of Camp Half-Blood. It's kind of nice, just to be able to go there, be able to build this, because it helps me just relax and makes me concentrate on this and everything. So it's kind of nice building it. Anyway, enough about that. Right, I was talking about Camp Half-Blood. Camp Half-Blood is the main camp in the Percy Jackson series. It is another camp is mentioned in the new series. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. And the camp is mentioned in the new series, but it's not as popular as Camp Half-Blood, which is the camp we have grown up learning about. So just getting to know this camp and being able to build it out and everything. It also kind of helps for other things, like if I, for example, write my fan fictions. But yeah, I mean, it's nice, it's fun time, and enough of me talking, let's actually go see this camp. Alright, so as you can see, there's camp here, and there's a whole bunch of nasty crawly things all over the place. I'm telling you right now, this game will lag. You can see in the foreground, background there, or whatever the distance is called. It will lag a lot, and I'm sorry if that gets annoying to you. Anyway, since you're kind of exploring, how about I just turn around and show you what's up. Alrighty, so first up we have Dahlia's Pine Tree. Yeah. Hey. Sorry, I do that alarm. Anyway, so Dahlia's Pine Tree is pretty much as it is. It's a pine tree that was actually created from the daughter of Zeus, because she was dying. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but basically, in the second book, they get this golden fleece thing, which is what the golden bricks there are supposed to represent, and it brings the tree back to life, but it also brings the daughter back to life. So it's kind of complicated. You should really read the books. Don't even bother with the movies, read the books. Yeah, but so basically that's what we have here. I won't do that too much, it gets dizzy. So anyway, so here I have the tree, and of course, like I said, gold blocks. And for this I'm using just regular glass. If we open up the menu here, it says glass right there. That's what I'm using. You will see some of this other stuff being used too. Every time I have something, I'll pop this open and just kind of show you. Or I'll just talk about it. If I don't know the name, then I'll pop that up. But anyway, so that's what I'm using, and it kind of goes off into the distance there. I won't go all the way over there, but yeah, that's pretty much as far as it goes, and then it kind of curves around to go around the camp. And I'm pretty much going off of the map, the official map of camp. So that's why there's this river here. The only thing I can't do is make a hill, so that this is them sitting on top of a hill. Originally I was thinking of sending it somewhere else, but I just decided to go with the flat plane because it was easier to work out on. Alright, so continuing, next we have the big house. The big house, pretty easy to make. Nothing overly special with it. Nothing overly special with it. What I did use to make it, here, let's land. I used wood planks for here, the fencing was all around. The torches, door, you know, natural stuff. For inside, sorry, I'm kind of rushing that. Jungle wood for the inside, and then again I think that's oak wood I'm using for table, like coffee table, and then the stairs are like supposed to be like a couch. That's a trick someone showed me, and I thought it was neat, so I like doing that. And of course, you know, windows again. These, by the way, when I say glass panes, these are the glass panes. Oh yeah, and as you can see, there's white up there that you can't really see from outside. That was just to show me where a new, where the next floor would begin, and where on the outside to place the part that hangs over. Okay, so in here is the kitchen. I kind of guesstimated about the kitchen. It's never actually stated in the Percy Jackson series if there is even a kitchen in the big house. But on this role-playing form I'm on, we kind of decided that there is, because, you know, it's a house, you know, it's a house without a kitchen. But we figured it's not mainly used, so that's why there's so little in here. Also, it's Minecraft, and you can't really put in a lot in Minecraft. But, so, we got a table here. I put a crafting table here because it just seemed right. Then these are supposed to be like cupboards, counter, you know, some cookbooks, 2 furnaces, and the hopper is a funny joke. You can make a fridge on Minecraft, but the problem is, for some reason, I can't, so I've just, you know, put a hopper in, pretty much. It does have, you know, healthy food in it, because, you know, what's Camp Half-Blood without all the healthy food? But other than that, you know, you're not really going to see a fridge here, unless I can get someone else to build it for me. Alright, so, next, if we go upstairs, we have infirmary. Just, you know, because I had a lot of space upstairs, so I just, you know, did this. And then the attic. I might add some more stuff into the attic. I'm not too sure at the moment. Mostly because it would take a lot of time, and I have a lot to work on at the camp, so if I do build up more things, it's probably just because, you know, I'm done camp and I have nothing else to do. Alright, so it's shown in there that there's a window in the front, so that's why there's this window. And also, there's this table here which I'm standing on. This is what the previous oracle would have been, because that's where her body would have been seated. And anyway, so, but since, you know, Rachel is now the new oracle, if you don't know who Rachel is, again I say read the series. If you don't know who Rachel is, she took over being the oracle after 70 years, I say, give or take. Anyway, so, you know, there's really no word up here anymore, because her body probably would have gotten a proper funeral. And, excuse me, my, speaking abilities are not at the best when I'm trying to talk for a long time. so let's head outside, shall we? Alrighty, so, and I picked up the arrows, so give me a second and get rid of them. Alright. So, go around, because it says it has a walk around porch, so I thought, I should have probably add that in. Okay, so this little table here, if you remember from the first Percy Jackson book, they were playing a game. I believe the game was Euchre or Piccolo, one of those two. Very old game, not often played anymore, but both games are fun. I know I've played them both with some of my friends. But yeah, so that's so Dionysus, Chiron, Percy, and Grover would have been sitting here playing the game. And this would have been before Chiron showed Percy around camp for the first time. And let's give me back my flying abilities. Alright, so over here we got Fireball Court. Actually, you know what, since I'm here and I kind of wanted to build things with you, but I don't know if I'll have enough time. Sand. This is kind of something I've been meaning to do because I don't like how thin it is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oops. See, I'm just going along the sides there, and it'll make it look a little bit bigger. This isn't exactly what I've wanted to do. May even cut this part out. I don't know if you're hearing me talk about this, and clearly I haven't cut it out. I might speed it up. Who knows? That's something I really don't like. Yeah. My right click where I place things down, left click, right click, it doesn't work sometimes, so it's hard to do that quickly sometimes. Alright, so anyway, that's the volleyball court. It's usually seen with some sailors and some other campers playing here. It's not often viewed much on here, but it is on the map, so it was mentioned in some of the books, so I decided to add it in. I don't quite remember who gave me the idea of using spider webs, but I liked it. In the original texture pack, the one that you come with, it looked more like netting than the one I have now. The one I have now, it makes it look more like cobwebs, which is kind of a downside for this, but it still works, so it's fun. Okay, and here's the Arts and Crafts Pavilion. I do call it a pavilion because of the way I have it set up. But I don't know if pavilion is the right word to use for it. Anyway, so work tables here, 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 and here. And more crafting tables, and then 4 furnaces over here. I can't count, so forgive me. I also gave it a sunlight or moonlight, depending on when you're working. But technically in this series, once they call lights out, if you go out of your cabin, you're attacked by nymphs, I believe. So don't really know about the moonlight thing there. Anyway, those green blobs are really stupid, I'm telling you. Anyway, yeah, so here is the canoe lake. As you can see, this river that was up at the front of the house is extended all the way over to the canoe lake. This was a design that's put into the map, so I added that in. I'm telling you this right now, I have a horrible time trying to work with circles in Minecraft because everything is squared. So I'm pretty lazy and I keep everything a square. If you play Minecraft and you know a quick and easy way to make things circular, put it down in the comments. I would love to hear about that. Or just want to tell me about anything that would help me out in Minecraft. That would be awesome. I love getting comments back. So anyway, there's the canoe lake. Since we're here, yeah. I'm going to be doing improvements as we're here. So, pardon me with that. I don't know where... Oh, there's a boat. Alright then. Let's just put a few boats here. I know technically they're not canoes, but... You know, this is the best I have in Minecraft. And again, I say I'm not really overly picky on what I have in Minecraft. The fact that I can just do this, it's pretty nice. Okay, so over here is the amphitheater. Pretty quickly... Oh, I didn't really talk about the arts and crafts, but it was pretty clear what I made it out of. Again, this one's clear. Stone staircase for the seating, and gravel for here. Same for the other one. Over here, what I did was I dug up the ground, put nether rock in these 4 places here, then put stone around it, and then stone slabs around that. If I don't put the stones around it, then it will spread to the grass areas, and it will pretty much just destroy everything in its path. So I have to do that. Oh yeah, so if you look over here, this is where I got really lazy and kind of messed up along the border, but I don't really care about that so much. Anyway, here is the climbing wall. That was my sister, if you're wondering who I was just talking to. So yeah, so the climbing wall, because, you know, woods can't half-live without the climbing wall. So, again, stone slabs, stone to go up, lava coming down, and wither skeleton skulls that are what you kind of climb up to get up. Again, this idea was from someone else, and this was fun but hard to make at the same time. I'm just glad that it's done. Oh yeah, something else about the amphitheater. I'm probably going to put a shelving top over it, kind of like how I had at the Arts and Crafts Pavilion, just because having it sitting up open like this, it doesn't feel right, so I'm going to put a top over it. Yeah. Alright, so over here. Alright, so this weird building here. The rest of it will load up. There we are. Yeah, you see it's lagging. I don't know why it's lagging so much. It's not like I have a lot open. I don't really get it. Alright, so this little cat. Oops. Shift to go down. So this little building here is, as you can see, the washrooms. It has toilets, if I can get in. Toilets in here, and showers. Nothing overly special. I can't open these doors because I need a pressure plate or a button to open them up. So that's kind of my fault. I didn't know about that when I was making this. But, you know, it's not like it's actually going to be used as a washroom, so I'm not really planning on changing anything. So then here's the males. Yes, the males only get 1 toilet. Don't ask me why. Design flaw, I guess. Alright, and now on to my favorite part of this whole camp, and probably one of the only reasons I've made this camp. The cabins. There are 20 cabins in total. If you are still on the Percy Jackson series, then I will kind of spoil it too once I finish the main 12, because I'll do the main 12, then go on to the extra 6 that were added. 8, the extra 8 that were added, my bad. Don't blame me for my math. Okay, so anyway, this is cabin 1. It belongs to Zeus. It is described that Zeus's cabin and Hera's cabin, cabin 2, are matching his and hers sort of cabins, so they pretty much match each other. This one I liked because it was quick and easy, and I didn't really have to fill in the middle so much. What I mean by the middle is like the insides, and I'll show you why. So here's the inside. This statue is supposed to represent Zeus, because in the series it's stated that there's a 10-foot tall statue of him, not 10 feet tall. No, you said that's 10 feet tall, right? That's easily 10 feet tall. I don't know. But anyway, there's supposed to be a tall statue of him in here. And the only bedding in here is in the back in the corner because it's out of his line of sight. So yeah, that's why this one was pretty much easy, because I didn't really have to do anything with it. The same goes for Hera, and I will be going back and forth because I will be going in order, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's going to be like zigzagging across the back here. So for Hera, it's pretty much the same. Oh, if you wondering what I used, for the walls it's block of iron, and for the top is gold ore. For Zeus it's pretty much the same, except for the top it's lapis ore. And again, his statue is made out of gold, as Hera's is made out of an aqua color of wool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And since Hera's is only sentimental, she doesn't really have any children, demigod children, so there's no point in having bunks in her cabin. Alright, so next we have... Why can't I open the door? Ah, there we are. Okay. So, green monsters inside means, in front of the door means you can't open it. Good to know. Alright, so my cabin, cabin 3, Poseidon. I used packed ice to make this one. It just gave me that blue I kind of wanted. So, bunk beds, desk, and the fountain that Tyson made for Percy in the 2nd or 3rd book. Not too sure when. I believe that's the 3rd book when he gets it. Alright. So next one is cabin 4, which is for Demeter. If you're not too good on the gods and you're kind of just starting out, Zeus is pretty much the king of all the gods. Hera is his wife and is the goddess of marriage, pretty much. Poseidon is the god of pretty much the sea, horses, earthquakes. Pretty much, like, Zeus is god of the sky, he's god of land, pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain it. Just quick go. Demeter is goddess of the harvest. So yes, female god. So this is her cabin. It's described as having sort of like a garden on the top, so that's what's up with this. And then, you know, a few beds, plants in the back, because, you know, that's how they are. Again, I say nothing too special with that one. Next up is cabin 5, Ares. This one was kind of different because it's not really explained too well how it looks. Just, you know, said that it's painted red with a boar on the top, but since there's no boar, I used skulls and put cabin 5 on the top. So in we go. Ares is the god of war, and I see that his children as being very messy and, you know, not really wanting to be too close to each other while they're sleeping, you know, not fully trusting each other or something like that. So their beds are kind of mishmashed everywhere. Okay, so after cabin 5 you get cabin 6, Athena. goddess of wisdom and battle strategy. It's described as all the bunk beds are kind of pushed to the side, and that there's a big mess of books and scrolls and building plans and everything. And it was described as though their sleep comes second, or they don't need sleep. I think that's one of the reasons why Athena is probably my least favorite goddess, and her children are probably my least favorites, which means Annabeth is not a character I like. Sorry for anyone who does like Annabeth. So this is pretty much how I picture the cabin. Stacks of books in the back, a desk in the middle. I probably will not push the beds all together, just because I don't feel like doing that. But that's cabin 6 for you. The hearth again, just as I had made it at the amphitheater. Oh yeah, I'm not really saying what I used to build. My throat's getting dry, so I'll leave it in the description box below, or tell you if you wanted to know. So for the Apollo, it's supposed to be painted gold in color or something like that. He's the god of sun, so it makes sense that it's painted like this. Yeah, so pretty much beds, table at the back. He is also a god of healing and poetry and stuff, so I picture that, if someone comes in, they need Apollo attention, they, just sit here and Apollo takes care of them. And that was cabin 7, if I hadn't said it before. Next up is cabin 8, another honorary cabin. It's for Artemis, goddess of the hunt and moon. She is a virgin goddess, which means she also does not have any children. But the reason she has there's beds in hers is what we call in the series are the huntresses of Artemis. Basically, Artemis collects females before they hit the stage where they start to like guys or show their appreciation towards guys, or before they reach adulthood or something like that. I don't exactly remember how it's explained, but she takes them, and if they swear their loyalty to her and swear off men, they can join the hunt, and if and when they come to the camp, this is the cabin they stay in. And I'm telling you this right off the top of my head, because as you can, I'm taking up the full screen now, there's nothing open where it gives anything else. So, on to the next one is cabin 8, Hephaestus, basically god of forge, making stuff, fire. Simple cabin. The beds are a little different. I thought it would be interesting, because it's I just thought having it this way would be a little bit interesting, showing that, this cabin is pretty different than the rest of them, being as it's made all of stone. They have a live fire in the cabin, and there's some anvils here for when they're working. And I'll show you the side of this one too, because this was something I get a kick out of. So let's fly, and looky here. If you remember, on the inside there was a fire going, and here's the chimney. I think I got that idea from someone else as well, but the chimney thing, not the fire. I think somewhere else they had the chimney in the middle, but I pictured the chimney more on the side. Anyway, that's cabin 9, so off to the other side will be cabin 10, which is Aphrodite. It is explained that there's a checkerboard deck, pillars, the walls are gray, and the ceiling is painted, or the top is painted blue. I just picked up more things, excuse me. Anyway, so just, beds pushed to the side. Originally I was going to have, rows of desks along here, to kind of imply that there's, everyone that they all care about their looks because Aphrodite is the goddess of beauty and love. But that was hard work and became a problem very quickly. So it won't. If you're noticing a pattern, yes, all the male gods, or gods as they are in general, are on the left, and goddesses, or female gods if you want to say that, are on the right, except for one. Well, originally except for one, but then it kind of does a mishmash at the end. So cabin 11 is for the Hermes children, or any children that are unclaimed at that moment. Because of that rule, and because of how poorly the gods treated their offsprings, the Hermes cabin was often overflowing with children. Hence the reason there's 3 rows of bunks instead of just the 2 that a lot of the other cabins had. I know it looks like a lot more can be put in here, but I figure they would have gotten rid of a lot because their numbers would have greatly decreased. But yeah, I actually feel bad for anyone who is in the Hermes cabin who is like not claimed, because it's kind of like you're just pushed into there before you're claimed by your godly parent, and it's kind of mean by the godly parent. And as I was saying before, there is an exception to the male and female sides, and that's cabin 12, which belongs to Mr. D, aka Dionysus, who is a male god. He's the god of pretty much just wine, and the vines... Oops, I don't know why I just lagged there, it did. The vines here are pretty much supposed to be grapevines, but, you can only get regular vines. And let this creeper out. No, that's not a creeper, that's a zombie. Anyway, so Dionysus is the only male god of the original 12 cabins that were made that is on the right side. Originally it was supposed to be for Hesta, goddess of the hearth, but she gave up her throne to Dionysus. So which is why his is cabin of 12. Dionysus doesn't have many kids. It's often believed because of his loyalty to his wife that is still up on Olympus while he's stuck here in Camp Half-Blood. But that's why I pictured, very few beds in the cabin is very plain. Because, there's not many kids. There were originally 2, but one is believed to have died in the Battle of Olympus. If you haven't finished this series, then sorry for the spoiler, but you're about to get into the one. But yeah, so right now he only has 1, and I won't bother trying to fly right now because I'm about to go into some more cabins. Alright, so another spoiler, and if you haven't read the series, then sorry. I'll start moving around because you can't actually see me, so I'll start just moving around if you want to mute, because I'm about to give a spoiler on how the book ends. So basically, after Percy saves Olympus, naturally, he makes the god promises that they will claim all their children, and that minor gods and Hades will be given their own cabin. So I guess new cabins are made each time a new demigod is claimed, but so far this is all I have. So so cabin 13 belongs to Hades, god of the underworld, pretty much. And this is pretty much what I've done with it. So far Nico is the only one to have been claimed by Hades, so that's why I only picture 1 bed in here. I guess if they got more, more bunks would be made, but Hades seems to be the only god who hasn't fallen off the wagon yet on the promise to not have more children. So it seems likely that Nico will be the only one staying in this cabin. So yeah, that's cabin 13. Cabin 14 belongs to Iris, goddess of the rainbow, as you can kind of tell from here. Something that was really interesting is the top here. I didn't go all full color in here, I went multicolored. So, you know, even the ceiling is colorful. It doesn't quite work on the inside. I didn't realize that till later. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers on what they want to do. So, anyway, here's the inside. So far we only know of one person who's staying in the cabin, but I figure there might be a few more, which is why there's, you know, bunk beds along the side. So that's pretty much the camp, the Iris cabin. I don't know if I could say camp half, but cabin 15 belongs to Hypnos, god of sleep. His was pretty much described as a mud hut. I just used dark wood and brown wool for the top. And then, you know, to them, sleep is pretty much everything, so they wouldn't have anything in here but beds. So that's why there's like just beds all over the place. The last one is cabin, well, on this side, the last one is cabin 16 for Nemesis. I can't quite remember what she's the goddess of. I want to say revenge, but that doesn't sound quite right. I know she's kind of equal to Tyche. Tesh? I think it's Tyche. Goddess of no, hold on. Yeah. Goddess of fortune. Because she's kind of seen badly because she gives out everything fairly, whereas Tyche, or Fortuna in her Roman form, which is where we get fortune from, she just gives out fortune to those who she wants to, which is why, you know, sometimes fortune fortures doesn't always go with doing good deeds. Sorry. I like Roman mythology a lot, and it helps when you want to blame something. Anyway, so on this side we got cabin 7, and this one is for, I can't remember who it is for. Cabin 17, it's not Tyche. Tyche is later on. This one is for Nike, I believe. No, I think this is supposed to be for Tyche. I think I got Tyche and Nike mixed up, or Neek, however it's supposed to be pronounced. I'm not good with the pronunciations of some god names, so if I'm pronouncing them wrong, please forgive me. But anyway, so 17, 18, 19, and 20 are all some of the other gods. So I think it's supposed to be for Tyche. So which is why it's gold, you know, gold, fortunate, stuff like that. I'm not gonna bother with the insides because all there is beds along the sides, and there's nothing really interesting in it. 18 is for Hebe. Again, I got the coloring mixed up on them. Hebe was supposed to be green, but I put it blue, which was originally supposed to be for Nike. Which I kind of gave this one, which was supposed to be for Tyche. So I got the colors mixed up, but I'm not really going to change them around. So basically, again, it's pretty much the same thing as the inside. Oh yeah, Hebe is the goddess of youth. Again, I don't know if I'm saying the names right or wrong. I'm just saying them how I think they're pronounced. So 19, you know, we get to Tyche, goddess of fortune. You know, the other ones are wider, but this is pretty much how the beds are set up. You know, that's how everything is. And the last one, cabin 20, is for Hecate. Hers is like the Hades, you know, you go down, get into. There's an enchanting book here in the back because Hecate is the goddess of magic, pretty much. So, you know, I thought it was neat to put the enchanting table in the back there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have done for the camp. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and tell me if you think I should change anything, you know, what I should do for the rest of the camp. You can look up the map and go back to this and like check off to see what I have done, what I haven't done, and give me some ideas on what I can and I should do for the rest. Anyway, I will see you guys later, I guess.